Part of this video is going to be pointless. I'm going to give you 100% accurate advice to anyone about to start a new business, and not a single one of you are going to follow it. And you can't. It's not your fault. It's one of those things where you just have to go through the process. Later on, I'm going to give a version of the same advice to people who are running established businesses. Some of you might listen to that, so that's why I'm going to do this. I've started 8, maybe 9 companies in my lifetime, and I've helped people start countless more. When you start a business, there are 2 huge decisions you have to make. These decisions very well could follow the company for its entire existence. And because these 2 things are so important, it makes sense that they are debated and agonized over for hours, days, weeks, or sometimes even months. You may have already guessed what those 2 things are: the company name and the logo. The name of the business that people will say, hear, and remember, and the visual identity of the organization. What could be bigger, right? But here's the thing, they don't matter. Neither one of them. There is one aspect of the logo that matters, and we'll get to that a bit later, but it is not the part you're stressing out about. So right now, you are probably thinking that I am batshit crazy. How could the name and the logo not matter? And my scientific answer is because they don't. Let's think of some of the names of the most successful companies on earth: Amazon, Apple, Google, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pepsi, Publix, Walgreens, Walmart, Toyota, Microsoft, Sony, Comcast, Hulu, McDonald's, Target, Verizon. I can keep going, but I think you're getting the idea. These company names have practically nothing to do with what they sell. A lot of them aren't even real words in English. By all accounts, these are awful names. I own a pretty snazzy vehicle called a Cadillac Escalade. The company name isn't a word that means anything in English, and the vehicle model, a wildly popular brand unto itself, also isn't a word that I could define. How about this sentence? Should I Zelle or Venmo you to Uber us? These are 3 company names so ubiquitous, you can use them as verbs, and none of them are words that have anything to do with sending money or getting driven around. These massive, multi-billion-dollar companies are often called arbitrary, oftentimes nonsensical words. Your name doesn't matter. Pick anything you like, it won't make a difference. The one caveat to this is, since you're a small business, put what you're selling or offering in the name. For instance, Apple started out as Apple Computers. Lifesaver sells pool fences, so we are Lifesaver Pool Fence. If you're starting a car wash, call it Happy Panda or literally whatever, car wash. You get the point. But stop worrying about choosing the wrong thing. Whatever you chose is perfect. The same goes for your logo. Just like the way you sign your name, your logo is important to you, and it should be an idea, concept that you like, but it won't matter to anyone else. How many giant companies like Facebook, Google, Microsoft, and GM just use their name, maybe slightly stylized, as their logo? And others use arbitrary symbols. Your logo design will not impact the success of your company. Earlier though, I did say that one aspect of your logo is important. What your logo is makes 0 difference, but how it's done might. While the concept or idea is irrelevant, it does need to be executed in a way that looks professional and competent, which makes you look like a legitimate business. Here are the few things you need to make your logo correctly. First, make sure it has your company name in it and is legible. Second, don't make it a weird shape. The whole thing should fit in a horizontal rectangle. Don't make it super tall or some other awkward shape. I did this, I had to put up with it for 20 years, it was terrible. 3, make sure it looks good really big, like on a billboard, and really small. 4, make sure it doesn't only look good in full color, but can also look good in black and white or a single color as well. 5, try to have a design so a portion of it can represent the whole thing. For instance, Lifesaver has the water drop with the lock. Facebook and Google use the F and G from their logos respectively. Using those rules, you can have a professional design it. You can get someone solid on Fiverr really inexpensively, or have a contest on 99 Designs. I love 99 Designs myself. Do not have your 16-year-old cousin who's pretty good at Photoshop do it, because what you choose doesn't matter, but the execution of it definitely does. To existing business owners, because the name and logo don't matter, do not change them. Unless you have to legally, keep your name the same. There's almost no good reason to change. And when I see a business, especially a newer business, changing its name and logo, especially more than once, I start to seriously doubt its longevity. If you've had a logo 25 plus years and it's looking ancient or is breaking the rules above, then fine, go ahead. I did that with Lifesaver. Our old logo broke literally all 5 of those rules and was looking seriously dated, so it had to be done. But even then, an update is better than an entirely new creation. To summarize, stop worrying about your company name or logo. Nobody cares but you. They will not make or break your business. But speaking of names, you know who was calling out my name last night? Your mom. She also likes all these videos and subscribes to my channel. And she's a great role model. So do like your mom, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and you'll see the next video that I post up next week. See you then.